line synchronized UJT triggering circuit. अ आणि जीजीनं सांगा ना पेंटा. त्यांना सांगा जाधू मॅडमचं पेंटा पण pentagon is not getting detected here. Let me check the PDF directly. Just for 2 minutes. Sorry for the interruption. केबल तर घेतो जिथे तिथे जाते जिथे तिथे जाते. आता पुढचं तरी झालं बघते, नाही झालं तर मग परत येते. Hello, Keval. I was not talking anything, so I was not audible. Am I audible now? Yeah. So let us try to understand how the circuit works. Okay, so here what we have done, we have just added a pulse transformer at the base terminal of this UJT. Okay, so this is say R1 and this is the RC network. Okay, so here as you can see, the input voltage will be applied across. This is a bridge rectifier. Okay, so the input voltage will be applied across this bridge rectifier, full wave bridge rectifier. So at the output of this bridge rectifier, what we will have is a pulsating DC, right? So that kind of output we will get at the output of this bridge rectifier. Now this rectified voltage will be applied across this relaxation oscillator. So before having this relaxation oscillator, what we are having is a Zener diode. So this resistor RS will lower this VDC to a sufficiently less value and then that voltage VDC here, whatever we have get the pulsating DC, that will be clipped to a DC level, voltage level of VZ. So this Zener diode will clip this DC voltage to a voltage level called as VZ. Okay, so some part of this DC level, DC voltage will get clipped because of this VZ, that is nothing but voltage across the Zener diode. Now this VZ will be applied as an input to this relaxation oscillator. Okay, so now see that. So this is the output of a bridge rectifier circuit, that is the pulsating DC will get. So this is the VDC that we will get. Okay. So this DC voltage has been clipped by this Zener diode. Okay. So it will be clipped at some level, say VZ. So the V form, that is the voltage that will be applied across this relaxation oscillator, will look like this. Okay. Now this Vz will be applied as a voltage across this relaxation oscillator. So as we know that when this UJT will be turned on, whenever the voltage across this capacitor will reach to the peak point voltage, isn't it? That is, as soon as the voltage across capacitor is become equals to the peak point voltage of this UJT will be turned on. Okay. So what will happen as soon as we apply this Vz across this relaxation oscillator? So here this is nothing but what? This is a relaxation oscillator, right? So this part is the UJT relaxation oscillator. So as soon as this Vz has been applied as voltage across this relaxation oscillator, what will happen? The capacitor will start charging through this resistor R towards this Vz, right? So the capacitor will start charging towards Vz like this. Now, as soon as the voltage across this capacitor becomes equals to the peak point voltage, what will happen? This UJT will be turned on. So suppose that this is the peak point voltage level. So as soon as the voltage across capacitor becomes equals to the peak point voltage of this UJT will be turned on. So once this UJT is turned on, the capacitor will start discharging through the UJT as well as the primary of this pulse transformer. So this is nothing but what? This is a pulse transformer. So once the voltage across capacitor is equals to peak point voltage of this UJT, the capacitor will stop charging and it will start discharging like this. Now during this time period, a pulse will be generated at the primary of this transformer, that will be transferred to the secondary winding, and the thyristor, whichever is forward biased during that particular cycle, it will be turned on. So now during the positive half cycle, this T1 will be forward biased, whereas during the negative half cycle of the input, this T2 will be forward biased. So for this first half cycle, this T1 will get the triggering signal and it will be turned on. So with the help of this triggering signal, this thyristor T1 will be turned on, okay, and it will carry the current. Okay, so this load current will flow through the circuit when T1 will be turned on during the positive half cycle of the input. Okay, so once this T1 is turned on, it will remain in the on state for the positive half cycle only. Now at omega t is equal to 0, what will happen? This T1 will be reverse biased. So it will be turned off naturally. Okay, so T1 will be turned off naturally and it will be turned off, right? So the load current will be equal to 0. Now in the next half cycle, in the negative half cycle of the input, again the output of this bridge rectifier will be a positive half cycle. Again that voltage will be clipped by this Zener voltage Vz. Now that voltage will be applied as a voltage across this relaxation oscillator. So this capacitor will again start charging through this resistor R. So if you see here, the capacitor will once again start charging. So capacitor will once again start charging towards Vz. As soon as the voltage across this capacitor reaches to the peak point voltage of this UJT, UJT will be turned on and capacitor will start discharging through this UJT as well as the primary of the pulse transformer. So while discharging, it will provide a pulse. Okay, a pulse will be generated and it will be transferred to the secondary of the transformer. Now at the secondary winding, now this T2 is forward bias, so it will be turned on and it will carry the current, that is the load current will flow through the circuit. Okay, now at omega t is equal to say it is suppose pi, this is 2 pi, at omega t is equal to 2 pi, this T2 will be reverse biased and it will be turned off naturally. So this is how the a particular thyristor can be turned on using this UJT relaxation oscillator. Okay. Have you understood this?
Um,
Yes.
can you repeat it once? Because while you were drawing the diagrams, I just not understood the concept.
Your voice is breaking, Rushikesh. I didn't get you.
Hello, ma'am, can you repeat it once?
I shall repeat. Okay, okay. I'll repeat.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Same. Just
Okay, I'll repeat it.
repeat it once.
I'll repeat it. See here. So we'll start from the left side of the circuit. To the left side, first of all, what we are having is the input voltage applied. Okay. Now this voltage will be applied as a voltage across this bridge rectifier. So this is what is nothing but what? This is a bridge rectifier, diode bridge rectifier circuit that we have already studied, right? So at the output of this bridge rectifier circuit, what we'll have is pulsating DC. Okay, so we'll get a waveforms like this. At the output of this rectifier, we'll get the pulsating DC. Let me draw this again. Okay, so this is what is nothing but what? This is the output of the bridge rectifier circuit. Now, this voltage will be clipped by this Zener diode voltage Vz. So, this voltage will be clipped at a Zener voltage. So, here at the output at this particular end, that is the voltage that will be applied to this relaxation oscillator will be Vz. So this is the voltage that will be applied to this relaxation oscillator Vz. Okay. That is the biasing voltage for this relaxation oscillator Vz. Now, this voltage Vz has been applied as a voltage to this relaxation oscillator. So that this capacitor will start charging through this resistor R towards this Vz. Okay. Now, once the capacitor starts charging, the capacitor will start charging towards this Vz. Now, as soon as the voltage across this capacitor becomes equal to the peak point voltage of the UJT, at that time UJT will be turned on. Okay, so the once this UJT is turned on, the capacitor will start discharging through this UJT and primary of this pulse transformer. So while discharging, a pulse will be generated at the output. Okay, so here while discharging, a pulse will be generated and that pulse will be transferred to the secondary winding of this transformer. Now, at the secondary side, we are having two thyristors, T1 and T2. Now, these two thyristors have been connected in anti-parallel so that one of them will be on in the respective half cycle. So, during positive half cycle of the input, this T1 will be forward biased, whereas in the negative half cycle of the input, this T2 will be forward biased. So during the positive half cycle of the input, when the pulse is generated, this T1 will be turned on. T2 will be in the off state. So the load current will start flowing through this load. Okay. So now this T1 will be turned on during this positive half cycle. Now at omega t is equal to pi, what will happen? This T1 will be turned off naturally because it will be reverse biased. Input cycle आपलं रिव्हर्स होणार, त्यामुळे हा T1 रिव्हर्स बायस होणार, T2 फॉरवर्ड बायस होणार. तर पुढे काय होणार, परत आपलं सायकल हे रिपीट होणार. पुन्हा काय होणार, आपला कॅपॅसिटर हा परत चार्ज व्हायला चालू होणार थ्रू दिस रेजिस्टर आर. once the voltage across this capacitor reaches to the peak point voltage of this UJT, this UJT will be turned on. Once this UJT is turned on, the capacitor will start discharging through this UJT and the primary of the pulse transformer, which will give rise a pulse at the secondary side, and this pulse will be provided as gate signal to this thyristor T2. Here the pulses have been given to the gate of these respective thyristors so that they will be turned on during that particular half cycle. Okay, got it, Rushikesh? So in the next half cycle, T2 will be turned on with the help of
Yes, ma'am.
this. Yeah. So see here, number of pulses that will be generated in a particular half cycle will be depending upon this RC time constant. Lower is the RC time constant, less time will be required to just a minute. Okay, so if this time constant is less, then the capacitor will take more time to charge, and the delayed will be the pulses. Okay. So depending upon the RC time constant, whether the pulses will be generated, the number of pulses will be generated. So, like this, depending upon the charging time period, the pulses will be generated. Sorry, this is not right. Wait. It should go to Vp, right? So this is Vp. So this is Vz. So RC टाइम कॉन्स्टंट जेवढा कमी तेवढा आपलं चार्जिंग हे फास्ट होणार, बरोबर. आणि मल्टिपल पल्सेस विल बी जनरेटेड विदिन अ हाफ सायकल लाईक दिस. तेच जर आपला RC टाइम कॉन्स्टंट जास्त झाला तर कॅपॅसिटरला चार्ज व्हायला जास्त वेळ लागणार, त्यामुळे डिले हे लेट, ट्रिगरिंग जे होणार ते लेट होणार. ओके. RC टाइम कॉन्स्टंट जर जास्त असेल तर काय होणार, आपलं फायरिंग हे एक्झॅक्टली एंडला जाणार, म्हणजे हाफ सायकल की संपायच्या वेळेस आपला SCR ऑन होणार. ते जर आपला RC टाइम कॉन्स्टंट जर कमी असेल तर कॅपॅसिटरला चार्ज व्हायला कमी वेळ लागेल, त्याला चार्ज व्हायला जर कमी वेळ लागला तर पल्स जी आहे ही लवकर जनरेट होईल आणि आपला थायरिस्टर जो आहे तो लवकर टर्न ऑन होईल. ओके, अंडरस्टूड दिस? Everyone got this?
मॅम चार्जिंग डिस्चार्जिंग टाइम कसा कमी होता म्हटलं तुम्ही?
What?
चार्जिंग डिस्चार्जिंग टाइम कशामुळे कमी होता म्हटलं?
Your voice is breaking, Kev. There is echo.
चार्जिंग डिस्चार्जिंग टाइम फास्ट.
मला क्वेश्चनच कळत नाहीये. इको पण येतोय आणि कट पण व्हायलंय. चार्जिंग डिस्चार्जिंग टाइम कमी कसा होता? अरे कसा होतोय म्हणजे काय, आपल्या R आणि C च्या व्हॅल्यूज ज्या आपण यूज केले त्यावर डिपेंड करतात. आता हा जो इथं R मी दाखवलाय तो व्हेरिएबल दाखवलाय, बरोबर आहे. आता R ची व्हॅल्यू जर जास्त असली तर काय होणार सांग बरं. RC टाइम कॉन्स्टंट व्हेरी कसा होतोय, हा R मी व्हेरिएबल दाखवलाय ना. RC टाइम कॉन्स्टंट हा कॅपॅसिटर जो चार्ज होतोय तो या रेजिस्टर थ्रू होतोय. ओके. Okay, so this is one technique through which we can turn on a thyristor, that is using UJT relaxation oscillator, and that circuitry is called as a line synchronized UJT triggering circuit. आता याला लाईन सिंक्रोनाइज्ड असं का म्हटले तर इथं जो आपण इनपुट सिग्नल दिलाय तो लाईन फ्रिक्वेन्सीला आहे, म्हणजे 50 हर्ट्झला आहे. म्हणजे आपली जी AC सोर्स आहे दॅट इज 230 वोल्ट 50 हर्ट्झचा जो सिग्नल असतो तो आपण यूज केलाय आणि त्याला सिंक्रोनाइज करून आपण इथं पल्सेस जनरेट केलेत, म्हणून त्याला लाईन सिंक्रोनाइज्ड UJT ट्रिगरिंग सर्किट म्हटले. ओके, so the next circuit is similar to this one. A slight modification will be there, that is in the ramp and pedestal circuit. Okay, so I will draw the circuit here itself. Now if you observe here, what you can see the difference here is this. So this is register R2. Okay. So this is the extra circuitry that we have added to the previous circuitry. So what is the effect of this? So because of this, what will happen? A certain amount of voltage will always be maintained across this capacitor C. So here this VPD will be less than the peak point voltage VP. Okay. काय होणार? आपला जो इथला सब इनपुट व्होल्टेज जे आहे ते आपण कुठं दिलं? या ब्रिज रेक्टिफायरला दिलं. आता या ब्रिज रेक्टिफायरच्या आउटपुटला आपल्याला काय मिळणार? पल्सेटिंग डीसी मिळणार. RS will lower some value. Then ते जे डीसी व्होल्टेज आहे ते काय होणार? हे VZ ने क्लिप होणार. म्हणजे परत आपल्याला इथं काय मिळणार? We'll get a voltage like this. Now again this voltage will be applied across the circuitry. So now because of this resistor R2 and this diode D, this some amount of voltage will always be maintained across this capacitor, that is called as a VPD, that is the pedestal voltage. Okay, so that every time this capacitor will not have to charge from zero, rather it will start charging from this previously stored charge, that is at VPD. Okay, so see here, हे आपलं DC voltage आहे, pulsating DC, that we will get at the output of the rectifier circuit, right? ते झालं clip with the help of a Zener diode that has been clipped. Okay, so this is the Zener diode voltage level. आता this is VZ. पुढं काय झालं तर आपण ते voltage relaxation circuit ला देण्याच्या आधी we applied it to this across this R2D, because of which what will happen, this voltage will always be maintained across this capacitor. त्याला म्हणायचं pedestal voltage. Okay, so एवढं voltage जे आहे, this is VPD, this will always be maintained across this capacitor C. So this capacitor don't have to start charging from zero once it has been discharged, rather it will start charging from this VPD itself. So once this VZ has been applied across this relaxation oscillator, this capacitor will start charging from this pedestal voltage through this resistor R. बाकीची प्रोसेस सेमच आहे, फक्त काय चेंज झालंय तर कॅपॅसिटरचं जी चार्जिंग जी आधी 0 पासून होत होतं ते आता VPD पासून होणार. तर इथं काय होणार पुढं, तर आपला कॅपॅसिटर जो आहे तो या VPD पासून स्टार्ट व्हायला चालू होणार. मग व्होल्टेज अक्रॉस दिस कॅपॅसिटर इज इक्वल टू peak point voltage VP of this UJT. The UJT will be turned on. Once it is turned on, the capacitor will start discharging. Okay, so it will start discharging through this UJT and primary of this pulse transformer, which will provide a pulse to the secondary side, and the respective thyristor whichever is forward biased during that particular half cycle, it will be turned on. So in the first positive half cycle, T1 will be forward biased, so it will be turned on. Similarly, during the next half cycle, the T2 will be turned on like this. Okay. Have you got this? याचा ॲडव्हान्टेज एकच आहे की आपला कॅपॅसिटर जो आहे तो फुल्ली डिस्चार्ज नाही होणार. इट विल बी डिस्चार्ज अप टू दिस VPD, so that it will save our time to generate a pulse. Okay, a pulse will be generated in a lesser time, so that our SCI will be triggered in a less time. Got it everyone?